We need our freaking head examined. I got the Suburban warming up. June's ready to go regardless of what the hell's going on. She don't care. Good night. I don't know what the temperature is out here, but it's cold. I can hear Dingleballs Billy coming. His straight pipe shit wagon Silverado. I believe it's coming up the road right now. Yep, that's it.
What?
We need to have our head examined.
Nothing in there.
It's freaking cold out here.
Yeah.
Where's Tommy?
He's on his way.
Oh, crap. Good grief, June. So we're loaded up, tied down, ready to go. And then we got this problem. Honey, you can't go street racing with us. You bite people. I can't have you biting everybody. Come on, let's go in the house. Come on, baby. Come on, honey. I know. I can't help it. You gotta stay home. Thank you. You're a good girl. I love you. I'll see you when I get home. Isn't that terrible? Ah, kills me. And watch. Guarantee you she's in the window. Nope. Oh, there she is. Here comes Tommy and Allison. Tommy's got the camera. You guys are awesome. Oh, are you kidding me? Timbits? Oh, Scrappy Doo, you're here too. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, Scrappers. We have arrived. Oh, God, I'm tired.
I'm always tired.
Shut up, fool. So we're here at the spot. I'm just walking the road and checking things out, and I'm not sure if they're going to leave the starting line where it's at. They've got it moved way back there, and that T intersection back there behind me, you know, they've been picking beans back here, and looks like there's been a couple hunters in and out of the field, probably deer hunting, and tracked a good bit of mud out on the road, and there's a good bit of mud tracked in the right-hand lane, and I'd like to see him move the starting line up to this other. There's two different starting lines. You can move it up, but they've got it placed back there, and somebody's already made a test hit back there pretty recently. So that tells me the locals are probably going to want to stay back there because they've already been tested back here. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. This road's fairly coarse. It's hard to get a hold of on the starting line, but it tends to hold pretty decent power down track. We'll see how it goes, but the right lane's really dirty. I mean, like I don't think it's going to come around today. Even if we had 50 cars here, I don't think that right lane's going to clean up. We'll see what happens. I kind of wish they'd move that starting line up because that right lane's so dirty. The starting line ended up staying right where it was. The first two pairs of cars went down, made it down the right lane okay, but they were a little bit off the pace for what they were going to need to win this thing. This pass right here was CJ's first pass on stripper glitter. The old Mustang got a hold of the road pretty decent in the left-hand lane. Looked like a pretty good 60 foot. Not sure what the draggy said it went, but obviously it was it was pretty decent. We had no idea what to expect when Billy pulled up to the ready line. If anyone would have told me what Billy was capable of going down that right lane right off the trailer, I would have called him a liar. Somehow, Billy managed to go 3/10 faster down that right-hand lane than we had ever gone before at this spot, in either lane, at any time during the season. So, we are testing today with an experimental formula from stripper glitter. Now I know they take good care of us, and of course you're always gonna say, well, of course he's gonna say good things, but my God, man, he just went down a lane of dirt.
Please tell me you draggied that.
Yeah, it was fast.
Dude, it didn't even look real.
What in the fuck is in that shit? So right after we made that pass, police showed up, 2 sheriff's deputies and a state highway patrolman. Now, when the 2 sheriff's deputies, when I saw them pull in, I wasn't too concerned about that. But when the highway patrol showed up there, that was a very clear indicator that we were done for the day at that spot. So we all met up at a little pizza joint uptown in a parking lot, discussed our options. Come to find out they had 2 more spots that we could use to finish this up. So the decision was made to move spots and head to the next place that was about 25 minutes away. Okay, so we've got another spot. The last spot got busted. They're saying this is a one and done spot, but it looks pretty decent. We're in the left-hand lane, right over my left shoulder right here. You can see the right lane's had some test hits, but I don't think it's going to make much difference here, but we'll see how it goes. So we're in the left-hand lane, and it's a suicide lane here. And this is the kind of times where you need to have your shit together, pour your puddle, and get it done quick, because you only got so many seconds before another car comes. Some of these guys don't pay attention to that. They sit out here for like 15 minutes trying to do a burnout and back him up 6 times. We don't have that option today. It's got to be quick. There is one thing here that does work in our favor. There's a sand and gravel pit just a mile up the road there. And my background in dump truck work tells me that anytime you're this close to a sand and gravel pit, the road is never clean. Now we're in the left-hand lane. That means we are in the lane that's headed towards the gravel pit. That would be the cleaner of the two lanes. The lane leading away from the gravel pit would most likely be the dirtier of the two lanes, with more sand and pebbles and things of that nature. So I am glad that we're in the left-hand lane for that reason. However, it is a two lane, so we're in the suicide lane. We got to be very careful, and it also means that we may have to do the burnout multiple times in case somebody's coming. So we'll see how it goes. So since we knew this was a one and done spot and it was a virgin road, I decided that I would pull Billy as close as possible to the starting line before I poured his puddles. I poured the passenger side first on the uphill side of the crown, poured the driver's side last. That puts me right in position to hold the truck on the side that's going to need to be held to keep the burnout as straight as possible. The only problem we had with the burnout is that Billy had taken so much timing out of it and so much boost on the two-step that the truck would barely even do a burnout. The road was just about what I had expected. The right lane definitely gave more trouble than the left. And even though Billy knocked the tire off initially, he recovered, got back into it, and still made a 130 mile an hour pass down what I consider to be a lane covered in sand due to the sand and gravel pit. But that was our one and done. We made it through, and we headed to the next spot. Our final round was CJ Buckner. It's coarse as f***, but it's a good spot. So we're at our third spot. This is going to be the final, Billy and CJ. This is the spot we're on. We're in the right-hand lane, and just went back and told Billy to pull his timing at 0 seconds. I'll show y'all why. This rock is the starting line. It's measured off 660 feet down through there. Okay, there's the starting line. There's a crack across the road right here. Now, that crack is going to be ahead of the rear tires. So literally as soon as Billy's trans brake releases, he's got to go across that crack. So I just ran back here and told Junior, he usually pulls timing at like 1/10 of a second or sometimes a little farther than that out just so it can hit the tire. But I think this time we're going to need to pull timing at 0 to let it get across that crack. As you watch CJ's do his burnout here, you notice the car's setting very low in the back, and it pushes the front tires in the burnout. When I noticed it pushing the front tires, I knew that he was definitely set up for a virgin road, and he had changed his setup from the first spot. The crack was a problem for both of us, more so for us in the way that it happened. CJ's car initially knocks the tires off, he pedals after he crosses the crack, hooks the tire, and goes on his way. Billy, on the other hand, initially hooks, and then once the tires make contact with the crack, the wheel speed takes off. One of the things that we've run into many times running a nitrous car on a virgin road is that a nitrous car can pedal it, and the power goes away immediately and the power comes back immediately. Whereas with a turbo car, the power doesn't quite go away as soon as you let off the throttle because the turbos are spooled up and it's still making boost. And then when you go to get back into it, it takes a split second for the boost to come back in and the turbos to spool back up. That's one advantage to having a nitrous car on a really bad surface. It happens.
Good job, DJ.
Appreciate the opportunity, superstar.
Good job, C-Bucket.
Done a wise one.
I hope you guys aren't expecting no speech.
I'm going home.
So congratulations to CJ. He's a good dude. He's one of the, well, he actually is one of the very first people we ever street raced. When Billy first got the S10 out and started street racing it. I can remember that night that somebody come up to me there in the, it was actually the very first spot we raced at in this video. That's the very first place we ever street raced at. And I remember somebody come up to me and said, man, if you can beat CJ, you're doing something, because he doesn't lose very often. And I can tell you that that is still true today. Be sure to check out all the incredible photos available for purchase as pictures or posters on srcphotos.com.